makers, it's Charlotte with Makesy. Today I'm going to teach you how to make homemade lavender soap. I'm going to be utilizing the cold process soap making method today. I'm using our Trinity oil blend, which is an incredibly moisturizing and lathering blend of coconut, olive, and sustainably sourced palm. I'm also using our 50/50 lye solution, which is an easier and safer way to make natural homemade soap at home that reduces your handling of lye. And now the fun part, I'm going to be using this delicious milled lavender and spa splendor fragrance oil that will just transport you to a super relaxing state of mind. I'm also going to be using this beautiful purple mica to create a swirl technique with our soaps. And I'm gonna top it off with some lavender buds. So whenever you make soap, you need to use safety equipment in order to ensure that you don't harm yourself. Don't get scared when I say that. If you've never made soap before, you may not realize, but lye that we're going to utilize to make soap is a required ingredient when making any type of soap. So our 50/50 lye solution is already a pre-made water and lye solution that will reduce your handling of lye and also not expose you to lye fumes. Traditionally, when making bar soap, a soap maker would make their own lye and water solution, which needs to be done in a well-ventilated area because the water and lye react, create lye fumes, and then you need to make sure that your temperature of your lye and water solution matches the temperature of your oils. So the soap making process that I'm going to show you today is way simpler than that. So if that started to sound a little bit intimidating to you, don't worry, because what you're gonna watch today is actually a lot easier. We're gonna do everything at room temperature today, and I'm gonna show you how to measure and mix each of these ingredients so that you'll end up with a beautiful finished bar of soap. So first, again, when making soap, safety is important. Lye is a caustic ingredient that can burn your skin. And so in order to protect myself from any splashes, getting onto myself or my eyes, I'm gonna suit up in my PPE. That's my personal protective equipment. If you purchase a starter or pro kit on Makesy.com, then all of these great tools will be included along with your protective equipment. So first, I'm gonna suit up with my stylish safety glasses. These are to protect my eyes from any splashes. And I'm also gonna put on protective sleeves. If you're already wearing a long sleeve shirt, then you can probably bypass these. I always like to wear them just for good measure. And then last, and probably most important, are my gloves. So my hands are gonna be what's most directly handling the soap during the soap making process. And so it's important to have a good pair of chemical resistant gloves that you can utilize. I have used these plenty of times. They are reusable. You can see I probably have some mica left over on them from past soap batches that I've made, but you can simply wash these off after each batch of soap and utilize them over and over again. So first things first, when making soap, I personally like to measure out everything in advance. This allows me to be focused on what I'm doing so that I don't make a mistake and mess up my formula. So I've already measured out 7 ounces of distilled water. This 7 ounces of distilled water alternatively could be goat milk, it could be a floral water, it could be aloe vera. But today we're keeping things simple and we're just gonna utilize water. So again, that was 7 ounces of distilled water. And the next thing that I'm gonna measure out is my 50/50 lye solution. And this formula calls for 14 ounces of my 50/50 solution. So first I'm gonna turn on my scale with the pitcher on it. That's gonna tear out or zero out the weight of my pitcher. Or if you put your pitcher on afterwards, simply hit the tear button and that's gonna eliminate the weight of the pitcher so that I'm just measuring the weight of my ingredients. So I'm gonna open up my 50/50 solution and I'm gonna pour in 14 ounces into my scale here. I'm gonna put the cap back on this and I'm gonna set this pitcher to the side but I'm gonna keep it with the 50-50 solution so that I remember what is in that pitcher. If you're making soap a lot, it's really helpful to use different color pitchers for different materials, like using a specific pitcher color for your 50-50 lye solution, or simply labeling it so that you don't get confused about which ingredient is which. I'm gonna take my stick blender and put it aside, but I will be using this shortly to blend my soap along with my spatula, which I love this spatula because it doesn't have any crevices and it's really easy to clean off. And I'm gonna take my 3000 ml pitcher. This is the main pitcher that I'm gonna be making my soap in today. And I'm gonna go ahead and again tear the weight out of this pitcher. And I'm gonna measure out 48 ounces of my Trinity oil. So the Trinity oil, as I mentioned, is a blend of olive oil, coconut oil, and sustainably sourced palm. And the reason why we choose these three ingredients in this blend is because olive oil is extremely moisturizing and hydrating. It's an amazing ingredient for your skin. Our coconut oil is very cleansing and creates a beautiful fluffy lather in the bar. And our sustainably sourced palm oil makes the bar hard and long lasting. So these are some of the best qualities when you're making a bar soap that you're looking to achieve. And this blend of oils just brings all three of them together perfectly to make what, in my opinion, is the perfect bar of soap. If you are in a cold environment, then I would recommend heating this up for a few minutes in the microwave or putting it in a wax melter and putting it on the lowest setting. I'm located in California and it's pretty hot here today, so this is already totally combined. You can also give it a quick shake. Make sure all of those ingredients are fully incorporated with one another inside. And then we're gonna measure out 48 ounces or 3 pounds of our oil. Again, I'm gonna put the lid back on and set this ingredient aside. Okay, I don't need my scale anymore, so I'm gonna get that out of the way. And I have my water, 7 ounces, my Trinity oil, 48 ounces, and I have my 50-50 lye solution, which is 14 ounces. I'm gonna combine these ingredients together and we're gonna create this beautiful loaf of soap. It's gonna make about 4.5 pounds of soap. This is our 5-pound loaf mold and it is perfect for making a big, beautiful batch of soap. This mold can be used over and over again. It's super convenient and high quality. It has these great little holes to get the loaf out after your soap has cured. It has handy little cutting marks here that help me measure out even bars of soap when I'm cutting my soap. And it comes with a lid, which I always put on while my soap is curing. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna combine my water and my oil. So all 7 ounces of my distilled water are going into the Trinity blend. And now I'm gonna give this a quick little blend with my stick blender here to emulsify and combine the water and oil. I told you guys that we're gonna be making some cool swirls today, so we're definitely going to do that. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, and my hands are all oily now, but I will set this to the side over here. I love that this blender can stand up by itself. I'm gonna pour off a little bit of my oil and water solution into this secondary pitcher. And this is gonna be used with my purple mica. So no exact measurement needed here, but take about a teaspoon to a tablespoon size, depending on the strength of color that you'd like. And you can go ahead and just put that directly into your oil and then set the mica aside. Okay, so now I'm gonna blend my mica and oil together. And after this, we're gonna add our 50-50 solution. We did a quick little blend there just to combine our oil and our color. And when I bring the stick blender back over here, I'm gonna bring a little bit of the mica with me, and that is intentional because I'm gonna create a really pretty lavender color out of this batch, and then we're gonna have the darker the darker colors in this size. So we have our 50-50 solution here, and I'm going to take my 50-50 solution, all 14 ounces, and I'm gonna pour it into my Trinity oil. Perfect. And then I'm also gonna pour in all 2 ounces of my milled lavender and spa Splendor fragrance oil. So good. I've already tested this fragrance in cold processed soap. I know that it behaves well. It doesn't cause any issues like discoloration. It doesn't go to trace too quickly. But I'm gonna work quickly and get this blended up now. I'm just looking for a super light trace out of this, which is what I have now. And now I'm gonna pour some of this mixture in with my purple over here. And I'm gonna keep the rest of this over here. And now I'm gonna blend up the purple color with my sodium hydroxide and Trinity oil solution. Okay, that is looking so beautiful. I'm gonna do what's called an in the pot swirl today, which basically means I'm just gonna take all of this soap and I'm gonna pour it directly into my other pitcher. I'm coming to a really great trace right now. This is looking beautiful. And I can set these aside. And now without swirling, I'm just gonna pour all of this directly into my mold. And I'm gonna pour back and forth to get some nice swirling going on. Let's get my spatula involved. Okay, now I'm just gonna clean up the sides and smooth out this bar. Okay, you can also take a skewer or toothpick here and you can do some light swirls inside the bar just to create more of a swirled texture inside and on top. Okay, and now for the finishing touch, I'm just gonna add some lavender buds for extra decor on top. We have completed our beautiful batch of lavender soap. I am so excited to cut into this bar and see what it looks like, but I have to wait. I'll come back in 24 hours and cut this beautiful loaf of soap so we can see what the inside looks like and reveal our creation. And if you've followed along and made this batch of soap, then like me, you'll need to wait 24 to 48 hours before cutting into your soap to allow it to saponify. And then after that 48 hours, your soap will be safe to use. However, waiting 2 to 4 weeks will make your bar more long-lasting and harder as it continues to lose water weight. Look at how gorgeous our soap is looking. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to open this up and see how it looks inside. So let's dump it out. Ooh, we look cool. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Look, you can even see on the bottom, we've got some really cool swirls going on in here. All right, let's cut into this bad boy and see what we got. I'm so excited. It smells amazing and it looks so good. Ah, look at you guys. This looks so cool. I love the swirls and the super deep purple color is so gorgeous. I am cutting these into about 4-ounce bars. These bars are still kind of soft. They're gonna continue to cure. And I'm gonna clean up some of the edges here later with a potato peeler. But overall, I love the design. It's so pretty. I love the color. It smells amazing. And this is it, guys. This is how you make your own natural lavender soap at home, just using a few simple ingredients. I'd love to hear if you guys try this recipe, how it turns out for you. So please let me know in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to our channel to stay in the know on more candle making, soap making videos, and so much more. And now I would say it's your turn. Let's go make it happen. I can't wait to see what you create.